And we back. Now today's video, I wanted to take a look into the future. Right now in 2019, the NBA is great. There's so many good teams, so many stars all around the league, but I wonder what it would look like 10 years from now. So we're on 2K, and I'm gonna sit here and simulate until the year 2029. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Kenny, why are you putting yourself through this? Because y'all know 2K20 simulation is the worst it has ever been. Simulator one season can take, what, 10 minutes? So I'm going to go 10 years into the future? Well, I found something. Actually, I didn't find something. A fan found something and told me about it. Let me just show y'all what it is. Let me just simulate this first week of the season. Do you see how fast this is going? And that's without... Hold on, I can show y'all something else. I'm gonna go over to ticker, put this on fast, but also turn all this off. Yeah, it's a little cheat. Actually, it's not really cheat. I'm playing on PC. Yes, I'm playing on PC. Someone said, Kenny, if you have a good PC, which I do because it's part of the job, and you have 2K20, which I bought, the simulation is so fast that you can kick your feet up and finish the season in like 3 minutes. And I was like, I gotta try it. And look. They did not fail me. Look how fast the first month and a half of the season just went. Okay, so what we're going to be doing in today's video, again, is simulating 10 years into the future. I don't want to have any control over this Bulls team. I'm basically going to put myself through some, what's the word I'm looking for? Heartache, because the Bulls suck in real life, and I'm going to watch them suck for 10 years here in 2K. I don't know why I do myself like this, but I'll see y'all in 10 years. I did turn on like the league meetings, so there could be some rules that completely change up the game. I'm gonna load in the draft classes, at least I'm gonna try to. I just want to see who's the best player in the league in 10 years, who can build the best team in 10 years, and I kind of want to see things like, let me show y'all something else. How in 10 years from now, obviously Kawhi will probably be retired. Pretty much all these stars that you see will be retired, except for maybe Giannis, because he's 25. He'll still be in the league in 10 years. But I want to see how high LeBron gets on the all-time scoring. I want to see Stephen Curry's three-point records. So we're going to take a look at all of that. But I'll see y'all in... It's going to be instant for y'all, but for me, it may take a couple minutes. So what I'm going to do in this meantime, man, as I'm recording this video, a lot of basketball is on. The Bulls just lost to the Cavs. But a lot of games are going on. So I'm going to sit back, relax, kick my feet up, and watch some basketball until we're in the year 2029. So the game crashed, and here I am watching this because I clicked my career, and I can't skip it. So I literally gotta sit here and watch this cutscene. Okay, I think this is a perfect spot to just pause. We're in 2024 right now, and Zion just won MVP, averaging 30, 16, 3, and a block and a half, and a steal and a half a game. He averaged 19 last year. Did he win Most Improved Player too? Hold on. Clint Litch wins Rookie of the Year. Sixth man went to Lonzo. Lonzo plays for the Hornets. And the reason why this is significant is because I'm pretty sure LaMelo plays for them too. We'll check it, but I'm pretty sure LaMelo got drafted there too. Giannis won Defense Player of the Year. Michael Porter Jr. wins Most Improved. He's in Miami. And Coach of the Year went to Nick Nurse, still coaching the Raptors. So first team All-NBA is looking like Zion, Ja, and then the rest are guys you've seen before. Second team All-NBA, RJ gets in there. LeBron is 39, and he's still putting up ridiculous numbers. LeBron is just the GOAT, man. So yes, LaMelo is a part of the Charlotte Hornets. He's in his 4th season, and he averaged 28 this year and 7. So the younger brother got the minutes over the older brother. James Wiseman plays for the Bucks somehow. How did the Bucks end up with the first overall pick? How is that even possible? Because they just won a championship too. Spoiler alert. Either way, things are looking good. The Bulls make the playoffs for the first time in a long time. But all right, let's take a look at, like, I don't really know what's going on around the league nowadays, so I'll quickly go through it. Terry Rozier now plays for the 76ers. He's 30. It's weird to see all these players' age go up. Giannis is a 99 overall. He averaged 15, 7, and 12. But yeah, it's so weird to see. Like, Malik Monk is 26. He's at 84 overall. That's kind of crazy. Zach LaVine's a 92. He averaged 20. Larry averaged 20. Why did I think this is Carmelo? Like, my face. Did y'all see my reaction to this? It's Cole Anthony. He's our starting point guard. That's enough Bulls talk, though. The Cavs have Anthony Davis. which is crazy because, yes, he spent a couple years in Atlanta, and now he's plays for the Cavs. I definitely didn't see that one coming. Bradley Beal's there too. Oh my God, the Cavs they had to make the playoffs, right? They're the 2 seed. The Cavs may mess around and win a championship if that's how their team look. Actually, let's go this way. The Cavs were the 2 seed. Let's look what the Boston Celtics have. Kemba, Jaylen Brown, Zach Bayless, Sharif O'Neal is placed for them, and Yusuf Nurkic. They have Bo coming off the bench. Yusuf Nurkic is a 90. Everybody's overall is like crazy high after a few years. Like, even players that you would think probably won't get like superstar numbers. Like, I don't think Yusuf Nurkic will ever get to a 90 overall in real life. I love Yusuf Nurkic, but that's kind of weird to see him at a 90. Then we have the Atlanta Hawks, who won a championship because they had Anthony Davis for a couple years. So they did end up winning a championship. Nickeil Alexander-Walker plays for them now. So some of the guys that we know as like rookie, sophomore players are now on different teams. And that's it for them. The 76ers we already took a look at. So LaMelo, Josh Richardson, Justice Winslow, TJ Leaf, and Rudy Gobert? What? Man, it's crazy. So many people are on different teams already. And then, like I said, we saw Lonzo, but he won 6 Man of the Year. He averaged 9 assists coming off the bench. That is pretty impressive. Jeremy Lamb is back. But that's their team. Then we have the Brooklyn Nets, who still have Kevin Durant at 99 overall and Kyrie at a 93, but barely made the playoff. Well, they're the 7 seed. Patrick Williams, who was like a sophomore year player, Jared Allen. They got Gallinari and Nico. Both of them are pretty old, 35 and 33 years old. Elfrid Payton is 30. This is kind of weird, man. I know we're going to get to this point where these players are this old eventually, but it's so weird to just think about. Then we saw the Bulls. The Knicks still aren't very good, but they have Colin Sexton now. RJ, Kevin Knox, Phil Wagner, Tristan Thompson, who apparently is the best player in the NBA after his performance against the Bulls last night. And that's their team. I don't see any Frankie Smokes. I don't know where he ended up. Detroit Pistons have an old Chris Paul. He's only an 80 overall. He might retire after this year, but his numbers are still pretty decent. I mean, he didn't shoot the ball good at all, but he averaged, 9 assists and 2 steals. That's pretty good. But he's 38, which tells me he might retire. Talon Tucker, Sekou, Blake is still in the league at 35. We haven't seen any real star players retire just yet. Pascal Siakam is still in the league, obviously at 30 years old, but he's still in Toronto. He might be a Toronto lifer, but his numbers look bad. Why is he only averaging 12? I don't know. Mo Bamba's with him, though. He's averaging better numbers than Pascal. That is very weird because Pascal is tearing the league up right now. Then we have the Heat. They still have a Jimmy Butler who's pretty old. We saw Michael Porter Jr., Bam Adebayo still there. Who's the worst team in the league? The Washington Wizards with John Wall and Markelle Fultz, Brandon Clark, Precious, and Mike Young, who's a 6'9" power forward who's playing center for them because they don't have a good center. They have Thon Maker. That is the worst. No, the worst team in the league is the Clippers. Hold on. There's no injuries. The worst team in the league has James Harden and Paul George. 16 points per game, 30 points per game for James. How is that even possible for them to win 20 games? The rest of this team is, they got this guy, Marty Whitehead, who is a rookie, a 2nd round pick last year. But like the rest of the team is not bad. You would not think this team wins 20. Then we have the Warriors. They have Steph Curry, D'Angelo Russell, and Klay Thompson. And Klay Thompson's 34. Oh my God. Soon these players are going to retire. And then we're going to basically have a league full of players we never heard of. This team's not very good either. Victor Oladipo is coming off the bench. He's a 91 overall, but somehow they don't have him starting at point guard or something. They really tripping. Where's CJ? CJ's no longer a part of the Portland Trail Blazers. Buddy Hield it was with Mike Conley. So where's De'Aaron Fox? So a lot of players are in different spots. Devin Booker is still in Phoenix. He might be a Phoenix lifer. He's only 27 though, so he may end up leaving eventually. He's on the last year of his contract, which means that he will be a free agent. So we'll see how that goes. Kevin Huerter's there. They got Jed Osman, Derrick Rose. Shout out Derrick Rose. The Spurs defensively, look at this. DeJounte Murray, Andre Robertson, and Kawhi is back here. This is like the 3rd video in a row where Kawhi ended back up with the Spurs somehow. But they were not good enough to make the playoffs. The Rockets did with Russell Westbrook, Josh Okogie. They got a solid team. Tyler Hero and Nico with Luka and Porzingis. They made the playoffs. They snuck in there. Actually, no. They didn't sneak in there. They got there pretty comfortably. 7 games behind when the other team is 14 games behind. The Lakers have De'Aaron Fox. There's De'Aaron. He stays in Cali. He averaged 26 and 9. Wow. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is still on the team. I'm sorry, Lakers fans. I know y'all hate him. But LeBron is there. He's a 91 overall, but he's still putting up very good numbers. Mitchell Robinson is there. Wow. Taco Fall, my boy Taco. Look at these numbers. 9 boards a game. Let's go, Taco. Kyle Lowry's still in the league at an 80 overall, but he's more of a 6th, 7th man. Okay. OKC looking good with Shea and Frank Kaminsky, Clint Capella. I mean, they got this rookie, Pete Sparks. I mean, he's not a rookie no more, but he's a 3rd-year player. He was a 1st overall pick in 2021. He's a 90 overall now. So he could be a guy that takes over the league eventually at only 23 years old at a 90 overall. Minnesota Timberwolves have RJ, Brandon Sampson, Jason Tatum. Put up 17 points per game there. Karl-Anthony Towns and Julius Randle. I like this squad. Karl-Anthony Towns, not amazing numbers. Those are good numbers, not amazing numbers, but they made the playoffs and they were one of the top seeds. Memphis with Ja, Anthony Edwards, Rocco, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Derek Favors. They also got Jaden McDaniels coming off the bench, so they did pretty good. They ended up with the 14th pick and got Jaden McDaniels. Troy Brown Jr. is there. I like that squad. Denver has Jamal Murray, who gets up to a 90 overall. Sheldon Rush, an incoming guy. They got Wiggins. Is Wiggins still on a bad contract? No, Wiggins is making $6 million a year. That's good. That's good for them. Aaron Gordon is there. They went on a nice win streak, it seems like. And he averaged 13, and Jokic put up 27 and 10. Valanciunas off the bench. This seems nice. That seems real nice. But the best team in the league, I mean, we have MVP Zion. They got Jake Poole, who's a 2nd-year player. Josiah James, who is from 2020. Brandon Ingram. But Zion is the reason. He averaged 30. Malik Beasley. Okay, that is the entire league right now. So last year, the Bucks won a championship. Then we had back-to-back with Atlanta. Anthony Davis won 1 Finals MVP, and Trae Young did. And then we had the Lakers 4-0 and the Detroit Pistons. So those are all the past champions. Dwight Howard got inducted into the Hall of Fame alongside Carmelo and Vince Carter. That's pretty good, man. That is really good. I like to see that. Russell Westbrook ends up winning another MVP. Rookie of the year, the first year ended up being LaMelo. 6th man of the year was Lonzo, Andre Drummond, Colin Sexton. Defense player of the year, it's Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, and Rudy Gobert. Most improved player went to Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Markelle Fultz, and now Michael Porter Jr. And now let's see who wins the championship. Let's see how fast the simulation is in the playoffs. That is major speed. Wow, the Bulls get eliminated, no surprise. And the Timberwolves get a championship. I'm pretty sure that is their first championship in their team history. Karl-Anthony Towns wins Finals MVP. RJ is there and he gets it. Jason Tatum gets a ring. You love to see it. The higher seed, man, they must have clamped up on Zion. Retirements. I knew this day was coming, but I was afraid of it. 91 overall. LeBron calls it a career. I'm gonna veto. I'm vetoing. I'm sorry. Am I crazy? I vetoed it. I want to see him play to 40, and then he can retire all he. I want to see him go to 40. Brook Lopez retires along with JJ Redick, Marc Gasol. Everybody else is pretty. Yep, that makes sense. So what I'm about to do is I'm gonna go and simulate to 2029 and see what else is up. So that was 5 years in it. Let's see another 5 years. Okay, so I'm gonna pause again because it is officially LeBron's last year. He played with Detroit. He put up decent numbers for a 40-year-old man. But let's see what his final stats look like at the end of his career. So he ended up winning MVP 4 times, as we know. He got 1 more championship with LA. He never missed the All-Star game. It's 20 years, I think he played 21 years, 20 All-Star games. First team All-NBA 15 times, second team 2 times or 4 times, third team 1 time. Defensive teams, like this resume is ridiculous. This resume is ridiculous. 100%, as we all know, inducted into the Hall of Fame. Mike Conley retires. Rudy Gay retires. Let's look at the Hall of Fame inductees. LeBron James. So, last but not least, before we get out of this season, we have to take a look at where he ranked all time. Number 1 in points by far. Nobody is catching up to that. Nobody is catching up to those numbers right there, man. 43,964 total points on his NBA career. Any young guy? James Harden is still in the league, but he's not even young anymore. Is there any young guys that's low-key kind of sneaking up? Nobody, bro. Nobody. Oh, my God. Damian Lillard, but he's not even young anymore. So, LeBron James, that's a record that will not be broken in this video. I'll tell you that. Field goals made was LeBron. Three-pointers made. LeBron ended up at number 7. That is pretty good for a player that, I mean, wasn't necessarily a great three-point shooter in his career. Free throws, 3rd all-time. He was close to 2nd. He just needs to get to the foul line a couple more times, LeBron. That's why he should just come back for one more season. And then rebounds, where did he end up? 32nd. 32nd in rebounds. He was close. You know, he could have got all the way up to like 29th, but we'll give you a pass, bro. Assists all-time, 4th. Russell Westbrook is close. Russell Westbrook may beat him in this video. Russell Westbrook, he's still got a couple years left. But 4th all-time. Chris Paul is 2nd all-time. He just retired like 2 years ago. Blocks all-time. I don't think LeBron is going to be close up here, but I'll just see if his name pops up. 84th. Steals. He should be kind of high on steals, right? Maybe, I'm not saying top 10. Oh my God, he's number 5. He could have been number 4. He could have beat him. You needed 2 more steals, LeBron? First of all, the opposing team in your last game was bogus for not allowing you to just get a couple more. Y'all weren't playing for that anyway. But Chris Paul is 2nd all-time in steals. That's pretty dope. Minutes played by far LeBron. Turnovers by far LeBron. And yeah, that's LeBron's whole career right there. It's a sad day. When this day happens in real life, it's going to be a crazy sad day. Most games played. 5th most 40-point games of all time. 5th most 50-point games of all time. Triple doubles 4th. And then we're back at points. That's LeBron's career. All right, I still got a couple more years until we're to the year we're supposed to be, so I'm going to keep it going. I'll be back. And we are here in the year 2029. Okay, so it's a lot of stuff I got to catch y'all up on. And I'm actually finding out a lot of stuff myself. So let's take a look at what the teams look like nowadays. First of all, who's still in the league? Oh, the league has been taken over by a 25-year-old power forward named Glenn Hicks. He plays for the Pacers, and that makes a lot of sense because the Pacers won a championship. And I was thinking in my head, how? And it's because this guy is God. Hall of Fame consistent finisher, pick and roller. Oh my God, shooting badges, Hall of Fame. Interceptor, off-ball pass. See, some of the incoming rookies, like the generated players they give you, are insane. What type of numbers did he put up? Oh, 26, 9, and 4. So, wow, the Pacers have one of the best players of all time. Not many people hit 99 overall in NBA history. So this guy will go down as one of the best players of all time. He's got a long career ahead of him. At least 10 more years. Zion is next. He is 29 years old. You know, he won his MVP back here, but since then he's been consistently putting up 24, 25 points per game. And that got me thinking about where he can be all time. Huh. Okay. Then Giannis at 34 years old, still one of the best in the league. He's won 6, count them, 6 MVP awards. And he is just tearing the league up still at 34. DeAndre Ayton's one of the best players in the league. Karl Anthony Towns, we saw him. Whoa. We saw him win a championship. Then he ended up in Utah for a couple years. And now he's in Phoenix. Is Devin Booker still in Phoenix? Oh my God. Did they end up playing together? Devin Booker is still in Phoenix. This is some crazy stuff. Because I forget, they did this whole Slam Mag. You know what? I'll be right back. So they did this whole Slam magazine, right? First of all, D'Angelo Russell's bogus for his fit, but we already talked about that. They did this whole Slam magazine, and somewhere in this interview, one of them said, we'll eventually become teammates. And boom, there it is. They don't have D'Angelo Russell, but they got 2 out of 3. Maybe D'Angelo Russell's coming in a few years. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Let's just go team by team and see. So now we're getting to the point where, like, there's only a few of, like, current NBA players. Like, Ben Simmons is 33 years old. So there's only a few current NBA players. Joel Embiid is still there, but he's old. He's 35. His entire career, he was a part of the 76ers. They will retire his jersey. Did they win a championship in this video? They did win one. They won it last year. Oh my God. So they did give him a championship. That's dope. So the Bucks, we already took a look at. Good team. Giannis is still great. in there for his entire career. They'll retire his jersey. Wendell Carter is the Bulls' best player overall wise. Kobe White is still there. He's 29. It's kind of weird that he's 29, but his picture still looking like an 18, 19-year-old. Murray, man, the Bulls suck. That's nothing new. The Cavs still have Anthony Davis, but he is now 36, but he's still an 85 overall, which is good enough to start in the NBA. Bradley Beal is on the squad at 82 overall, 36 years old. Don't play with me. I swear I thought that was Dwayne. I'm like, hold on, something went wrong in this video if Dwayne is back. Jokic plays for the Clippers. Jokic had just won MVP last year, if I'm not mistaken. He's making $50 million. Oh, we got to look at contracts. 10 years in the future, we got to think about how much money players are going to be making. But he did win an MVP last year. He has yet to win the championship, but maybe that'll happen with this Clippers team. Probably not, though. Ja won an MVP as well. He was putting up some crazy numbers his MVP season. 29 and 9. They got Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams. So some players that we saw on the team a couple minutes ago are still there. I like to see like these lifetime players. Trae Young, his whole career, he has been a part of the Atlanta Hawks. You love to see that, man. You love to see that. Then we have Bo still in Miami. His numbers are ridiculous. Not still in Miami. Sorry, this is first year in Miami, second year. He's putting up some ridiculous numbers after being in Detroit for a little bit. Miles Turner is the best player on the Hornets. So where's the ball? Both of the Ball brothers are gone. We got to find where the balls went. Okay, we'll act like that didn't just... I didn't just say that. The Jazz have RJ, Nickeil Alexander Walker, Wiggs, and yeah. I'm curious on where both of the Ball brothers went. What if they stayed on the same team? Now that would be interesting. So the Knicks pick up Luka. He's been there for 3 years. If I'm not mistaken, he won a championship, yes, in 2026, which was his last year in Dallas, right? Yeah, 2026, his last year in Dallas. Then he went to New York. And since then... he's been putting up good numbers. He's playing with Jaren Jackson Jr., Darius Garland, and a bunch of generated players. The Lakers have Mitchell Robinson as their best player. Cole Anthony is there. He's been there. He played for Chicago, and then he ended up... look at this! He played for the Chicago Bulls, and look, he put up decent numbers. Then he gets to LA, and he's like all-star. Look at these... whatever, man. The Bulls suck. How many times have I said that in this video? Count them. Because it's a fact. At least right now, it's a fact. I'm just really looking for the Ball brothers. Y'all can slowly look at your favorite teams because I know a lot of y'all are curious. The Mavs still have Porzingis. But there's specific players that I'm very curious of where they ended up. DeJounte Murray plays for the Nets now with Kyrie Irving, who's pretty old, but he's still very good. At 37, he's an 87 overall, which is dope. Drummond is there now, but he's old at 80 overall. The Nuggets have Jason Tatum after he spent some years in Minnesota, Utah, Minnesota, Houston, and now Denver. He's been everywhere, man. He's been everywhere. Zubac is still in the league, which is dope. Still have not seen a Ball brother. Did I miss them? So then we have this Pacer team, as we talked about. They have Cam Reddish, Kevin Huerter. They're back teammates. But that's it as far as players we know. The Hernan Gomez brothers are together. That's pretty dope. I mean, they're both old. They're like, let's play one season together before we call it a career. And they're getting that done. Then we have the Pels. Still have Zion, DeAndre Ayton. He's new. He played for Portland for a little bit. But now he's playing with Zion. If I'm not mistaken, the Pelicans won a championship. And what's that? James Wiseman won Finals MVP that year. So though Zion does have a ring, he did not win Finals MVP. He's a 99 overall, though. You got a ring, and that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? Pistons have nobody really. I mean, they have D'Angelo Russell, who's pretty old at this point, but they don't have anybody great. De'Aaron Fox plays for the Raptors now. He was in LA last time we checked 5 years ago. He spent some time in Miami, but now he is in Toronto. Interesting stuff there. The Rockets have Lauri Markkanen, who went to Seattle. I mean, not Seattle. Seattle would be dope to have a team. But he went to play with Pop, who probably not the coach anymore because he'd be pretty old 10 years in the future. The Rockets, though, not a very good team, it looks like. Spurs are here. They got Marvin Bagley, Kevin Porter Jr. The Suns, as we mentioned, Kosta Koufos is actually pretty good now. Hold on. 85 overall. 2 points per game. Okay. Interesting stuff. Shea is still a part of the Thunder. He's got Clint Capella, Romeo Langford. Where are the Ball brothers? That's all I'm thinking about right now. Where are the Ball brothers? Have I passed them up? I think I can search for them. Markel Fultz. So James Wiseman, as I mentioned earlier, he was and with the Pelicans. And if I'm not mistaken, should we be able to see his Finals MVP? He won 2 championships. He won one in 2023, which would be with what team was he with in 2023? It was the Milwaukee Bucks. So he won with the Bucks and then one run with the Pelicans. Can he win 3 championships on 3 different teams? That would be dope. And then we have the Warriors. And then last but not least, there's Lonzo. Lonzo's backing up RJ Hampton. And they got another Wall, but this is Lenny Wall. So I must have missed the other Ball brother, but I can do a player finder. Oh. LaMelo Ball. He's an 82 overall, but he was putting up some insane numbers. He only got to an 82 overall? Very interesting stuff. So Lonzo was backing him up with a higher overall. Dwayne Ball, the third Ball brother. Forget LiAngelo. And then Darius Ball. Oh my God, the whole family in the league. Okay, so one thing I wanted to see is retired jerseys, because I think this would be interesting to see if there's any new retired jerseys. Allen Iverson was the last player here. The Bucks, nobody, because Giannis ain't retired yet. The Bulls, nobody. LeBron gets his number retired, as you would expect with the Cleveland Cavaliers. That is complete. That's dope. The Celtics don't retire anybody's jersey. I'm trying to think of, Blake Griffin and Chris Paul both get theirs. The first 2 players in Clippers history to get their numbers retired. Let's see. Then the Hawks, no, but they will retire Trae Young's jersey. LeBron gets his number retired here as well, which is dope that he gets it retired for 2 different teams. Nobody. Oh, this is anticlimactic. LeBron gets his jersey retired for 3 different teams. That is legendary. Also with the Lakers. Dwight Howard gets his number retired with the Magic, the first official player with his number retired. 6 man, number 6. Who am I thinking about? I don't have time to really use my brain. All right, we'll just keep going. Kevin Durant gets his number retired in Brooklyn. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they did not end up winning a single championship with Kevin Durant, but he still, he was there long enough for them to love him enough to retire his jersey. Carmelo gets his number retired for the Nuggets. You love to see that. Kyle Lowry becomes the first official player for the Raptors to get his number retired. Shout out to Kyle Lowry. James Harden gets his number retired because he is out of the league now. He got old. His last year in the league, he did not even have a contract. He was still like an 82 overall, but nobody wanted to sign him. So Manu, we already knew Manu's jersey. Suns shouldn't have anybody. Thunder. Ooh, did Kevin Durant. Yes, Kevin Durant gets his number retired here too. Timberwolves, nothing. Shout out to Flip Saunders, though. Draymond Green and Stephen Curry both get their numbers retired. All right. So, and John Wall. My fault. I almost missed John Wall. So, what I also want to do, like I mentioned earlier, I got to see how many threes Stephen Curry end up hitting. Not league history. Records. Okay. So, Stephen Curry ended up 6th all-time in scoring. 3-pointers made. He beats... Whoa, hold on. Oh, my God. Hold on. Ray Allen is now 15th. James Wiseman beat Ray Allen's... Think about how many people just beat Ray Allen. Karl-Anthony Towns, Bradley Beal, Trae Young, Devin Booker, Klay Thompson, Jamal Murray, D'Angelo Russell, Kevin Durant. What the heck? All of these players ended up beating him. This is unrealistic, but in the comment section below, let me know how many of these players you think really can beat Ray Allen. Because Ray Allen's number alone is crazy. LaMelo is even close to beating it, which means that, okay, the league has evolved to the point where players are hitting an insane amount of threes. So we saw James Wiseman plays for who? Who does he play for again? Was it the Trailblazers? It was. Okay, so he shot 45%. Remember, this dude's a 7-footer, by the way. How many threes he is breaking 3-point? We're in a league now where everybody's just launching a 3-point shot. Oh my God. Markel Fultz, how many threes is he attempting? Markel Fultz is shooting 63s a game. A season. So that is something that we just learned. In the 10 years, Can we really see? Okay, let's go a week and a half into the season, or 2 weeks into the season. This is fast, so we can do. Oh my God, the Bulls are winning games. Oh my God, you love to see it. But okay, these numbers don't look incredible, right? 130 points is pretty good. Let's look at 3-point shooting. Actually, let's go to a team. Who's the best 3-point shooter in the league right now? 3-pointers are attempted. James Wiseman is attempting 13 threes a game at the center position. At the center position. What is his shot tendency? His shot tendency is insane. 3-point shot tendency is absolutely ridiculous. And then these generated players, Glenn Hicks is a generated player. He's also attempting 11 threes a game. So everybody is really shooting the 3 ball that well. That is some crazy stuff. So what else can we look at? We got to see past champions since the last time we talked. So MVP awards, I mentioned Ja got his. Cole Anthony got 1. Giannis had 6. Ridiculous. Rookie of the years don't matter because they're all generated. Jared Cover, LaMelo, Steph Curry won 6th man of the year late in his career. Same thing with Russell Westbrook. We already talked about Lonzo Ball. Defensive player of the years. What you want me to do? It's been Giannis. It's been Giannis. Like, first ballot Hall of Fame. Here you come. 3, 6, 7 7 defensive player of the year awards. Most improved. It's going to continue to be like generated players. Coach of the year, Mississippi Sherman. A generated guy. Shout out to Mississippi Sherman. Frank Vogel, Lloyd Pierce, Frank Vogel. Wow. Okay. Past champions, as I mentioned, the Pacers won last year. Ben Simmons won the year before with the 76ers. Ooh. There's a world where maybe Kevin Durant did get another ring with Brooklyn. Or was he retired by then? I don't remember. Luka gets one. As I mentioned, James Wiseman got his finals MVP. Karl-Anthony Towns got one. League leaders, points per game, D'Angelo Russell led them last year. RJ got a year. These are all pretty normal, except for this year. 23 points per game led the league. Something happened these 2 years when nobody was scoring the ball. Rebounds per game, Clint Capella, Rudy Gobert, Zion, and Giannis. Assists, Lonzo, Cole, Anthony, Nico. So let's see how many season awards or records have been broken. Points, nobody's beaten Wilt Chamberlain. Field goals made, nobody's beaten Wilt Chamberlain. 3-pointers made, Steph Curry beat it multiple times. LaMelo's close, though, and James Wiseman was close, too. Free throws, nobody's beating what Jerry West did. I'm just looking for super current stuff. Records in the early stages of the NBA will never be broken. Minutes, Wilt Chamberlain. Turnovers, James Harden did that a couple years ago. And Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, James Harden. Okay. Points per game, nobody beating that. Field goal percentage, nobody beating that. 3-point percentage. RJ put up 75 in a game. Oh my God. That was how many? 5 years ago. RJ put up 75, which beats the book. RJ is a king. All right, field goals made. Nobody's beating that. 3-pointers made in the games. Yep, that is against my Bulls, isn't it? Was that against the Bulls? That was against the Bulls. Nice. Free throws made. Nobody recently. Rebounds. Nobody recently. Assists. Nobody recently. Oh, a lot of these wars are just going to last forever. 2017 steals for Draymond Green. 2018 for Lou Williams. But man, awards like or records like this will not be broken. All right. Playoffs. Trae Young put up 56 in the playoff game. That's dope. Shout out to Trae Young for that. Giannis made 22 field goals in the playoff game, which is ridiculous. James Wiseman made 11 threes in the playoffs. Steph Curry made 11 as well. And then Stephen Ware put up 10. Free throws, nobody. So after looking through it, the biggest contract I saw was $56 million a year, and that's going to Giannis when he's 37. Everybody else is making 57. Like, it's around there if you're a great player. So that's... RJ put up 71 in a single game. That is craziness. All right, I think I've done enough. So I'm going to keep this save file. If you want me to go year 20, year 30, year 40, be sure to smash the like button, and we'll see how high Glenn Hicks ends up, because he's averaging 32 this season. All right, this has been Kenny. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.